Hello, Scott Wonder here. Welcome to another Wonderwoods video. In this video, I'm going to show you how I use Prolux outdoor finish. I've got two projects here. One is a outdoor table. It's a live edge table that we're refinishing. And another one is a set of garage doors that's getting kind of a refresh coat. I wanted to show two different projects on this video so you can kind of see how the Prolux works. We like Prolux because it works just fantastic outdoors. I haven't found anything that works better, longer, and lasts as good without failing as Prolux does. It doesn't mean that something out there isn't better, but it's the best thing that I've found. I'm showing two projects in this video because I wanted to show you how we brush it and how we also spray it. You can do both, and it applies like a pretty standard varnish. So sit back, relax, enjoy yourself, and watch these two little videos on how to use Prolux in two different scenarios. It was really windy the other day when I was putting water down on the concrete to try to stop the dust. And I was surprised that there wasn't more stuff in here. It looked like there should have been a lot of debris in here. I even saw a bunch of cottonwood flying around, and the top doesn't look too bad really. Just doing a little light 320 scuff right now, and then getting ready to spray the last coat.
So the thing I was most interested in demonstrating with this tabletop that we're spraying here is that the Prolux can be sprayed. If you read the back of the container, it says do not spray it, and I will tell you that I do not know why it says that, because we use it both with a brush and with a sprayer and have had fine results. So I really just wanted to show that this material can be sprayed and it comes out great. So this top is getting completely refinished. One of the things I like about the Prolux is that it can sit outside, but it can also be maintained. In this case, this top is getting completely redone. It was actually originally sprayed with crystal. Now I thought the table was going to be more covered than it is. I mean, it is fully covered, but it's next to a pool, and crystal, though it's durable, is not really meant for exterior. So it lasted pretty good, but it did start to fail. It's been outside for a few years now, and the crystal started looking a little milky in a few spots. So I am redoing this entire top. So it was sanded down, and this is the third coat of Prolux I'm putting on it. All of the coat's been sprayed and then sanded with 320 in between. So what you're going to see is I'm spraying it with an hvlp gun, and I'm spraying it at full strength, and not only full strength, but it's been sitting in the gun for a few days because of the other coats. So I sprayed the first couple coats a day apart, and then this last coat had a couple days in between because it's been raining every day. And so with it sitting in the gun, it's kind of starting to get thicker, and I could have thinned it down some, but I gave it a whirl, and it was spraying a little bit thick and taking more, just not putting as much material out, but it actually sprayed pretty good. And I know this Prolux, since it dries so slow, it will all kind of blend together. So I'm taking way more passes than I normally would, but it's going to work out nice and blend all together.
We get a lot of questions about outdoor finishes. People want to put projects outside and ask me what the best outdoor finish is. And I have found Prolux, which is in this video, to be the best for anything that I've used. It doesn't mean there's something better. It doesn't mean that there's not something better out there, but it's the best thing that we found. It will last approximately 2 to 3 years outside without any maintenance. We are going to show in one project in this video the garage doors getting a little bit of maintenance, and what you have to do is kind of just pay attention to it. If it starts to fail, if it shows any corners that are peeling or anything like that, sand those lightly with 320 and then get a new coat on them. anyways, I like the Prolux because I will tell you that I've used a lot of other finishes outside and nothing lasts very long. When I was a teenager, I had an old pickup truck, and the first thing I finished it with was just regular polyurethane. I had a wood tailgate and a wood bed. They looked fantastic, and outside they probably lasted 6 months or so with regular polyurethane. After that, after a lot of recommendations from other people, they said obviously to use something outdoor finish, to use a spar urethane. I used Helmsman spar urethane for an outdoor finish, and it lasted longer, but maybe at the most a year. I don't know if it even lasted that long, but it lasted a little longer, but still nothing that I'd recommend to put outside for very long. So this Prolux, like I said, lasts 2 to 3 times as long as that, and that's without any refinishing. And if you pay attention to it and get another coat on it when it needs it, it'll last a lot longer than that. There are a lot of cases where we use it outdoors and it's not in the sun, and if it's not in the sun, I'm not going to say it lasts forever, but it usually requires almost no maintenance if it's not in the sun. So any of these projects that we talk about when they need maintenance or a refresher coat, they're always in the sun and in the harshest of suns. So this garage door that I'm showing, or these garage doors I'm showing, they are facing west, so they get beat hard throughout the day and the afternoon specifically. So remember that when you're looking for an outdoor finish. Prolux, I'm not sponsored by them or anything, but it works fantastic.
Well, that's it. You can see how the top looks here after I sprayed it. Nice and wet. Looking pretty good. Be a nice slow dry.
This guy keeps going.
Well, I thought I was done and ready to leave, but these dang bugs keep showing up. I don't know what they are, but they are big and strong. They land in the finish. Normally they land, they stick. Don't cause any problem. I don't mess with them any more than let them sit there and then take them out after the finish dries. But they get in there and they're walking along and they just keep going. So I'm on patrol.
They're leaving these little trails. I think if I get them before they do too much damage, it's gonna go away as the finish dries, but this is silly. From this angle, I can see when any bug's gonna show up.
So it looks like it came out okay. Here's the following day after the rain's over, and everything looks pretty nice. There's a couple spots right there. For example, there's a little bug stuck in there. But if you give him a little bit of that, knock him off, nobody can even tell. There's a little leg stuck in there, but nobody will notice. So, I think it came out pretty good. There were little tracks in there where the bugs were walking, but I don't see the tracks anymore, so I'm calling it good.
Here you can see it up close where the finish is starting to fail a little bit. We caught it at just the right time. It's just starting to show through, which is the perfect time to sand it and get a new coat of finish on there. So it doesn't take much, just a quick hit with the 320. And a little bit extra where there's wood exposed. Just trying to get all the loose stuff off. Just like that.
So these garage doors are a different deal than the table. They have been finished with the Prolux basically last year. They got a coat of sealer and then one thin brushed on coat of Prolux last season. And what we're doing is basically maintaining this coat. So we'll leave everything on there that is in good shape, and then just sand off whatever needed to be sanded off, basically the loose stuff and anything on the edges where the wood's starting to show up. So the main thing I wanted to show on this set of doors is brushing it on as compared to spraying it on. I was gonna maybe spray this, but I was looking at it by the time I got everything taped off the windows, and figured out how to get the weather stripping out of the way and to spray everything. I was like, I think I could just brush it faster probably. At least they were at the same amount of time, so I said I'm going to go ahead and brush it, and I kind of like brushing things, so I decided to brush it. Anyways, what I did was on the garage doors, one of the issues with it is the weather stripping on the sides where it wants to rub on wet finish if you got it there. So what I did was I take back the top weather stripping and then worked on the finish, and then as I did a panel, then I just moved the garage door up, and as it moves up, obviously it moves back away from the weather stripping, so I can do a panel, slide it up, do another panel, slide it up, do another panel, slide it up, and then on the last panel after I'm done, just slide the whole garage door up, and it's up out of the wind and can dry nicely up there. So a couple things about brushing Prolux, and it's the same as brushing most any varnish. The main thing to do is get the finish on there as quickly as possible. It actually takes a long time to dry, very slow dry, so you can brush it out nicely, but you want to get the material on as quick as you can so that before it starts to dry that you can brush it out and get some really nice brush strokes in there. So you'll see me when I'm brushing this on really just dip some heaping dips of finish on there and get it spread on there as fast as I can, and you'll probably see that it's pretty drippy, but it's not really hurt anything because whatever it drips on, I'm going to either put finish on or it's dripping down onto a drop cloth that I have down there, so any drips don't really hurt anything. So what I like to do is get the finish not thick, but get it on quickly, and then after I get the whole panel coated, basically have some finish on everything, then I go back, kind of clean the brush out a little bit, meaning take some finish out, and then brush everything real smooth to get the brush strokes real nice and smooth and with the grain. Also, one of the things I like to do when I'm working on these to try to mitigate the drips in the brush is to rub the brush against the edge of a panel. It kind of works like the edge of the paint can, I guess, where you're kind of trying to just get the extra finish out of there so it's not dripping all over the place. That gets all the finish out of the brush, helps you push it towards the end of the brush, and then keeps you from dripping when it's time to finally smooth everything out. Now you can see right here where I'm just I've gone over everything, I've got it coated, and now I'm just putting nice even brush strokes in there. That's really the key to making it look good. The other thing that's nice about brushing it as compared to spraying it is I can really get into the crevices. So on these garage doors, there's space in between each of the panels that I know if I was trying to spray it, I could get a little bit of finish in there, but I would get not too much finish into those cracks, and I would end up getting a lot of finish on the face, and I just wouldn't get those cracks finished very good. So with a brush, I can really get in there, finish those deep cracks at the top and bottom of each panel, and then if I get too much finish on there, I can always brush it out. I think brushing is very cathartic. I can kind of just relax and feels like you're really doing something. And I feel like an old-timey finish, kind of brushed, just feel more craftsman-like. So you see I'm working on this. It went pretty fast. It took me about an hour per door to kind of get set up, get a tarp under there, and get the finish on there and get it applied and brushed out. So I had these 3 bigger doors. They're double garage doors. I had 3 of them done in about 3 hours. So I think it would have taken me about the same amount of time if I would have taken all the time to tape everything off and spray it. So I'm a fan of the brushing. You can see where it's dripping pretty heavy. Kind of gets everywhere. But when it's done, it soaks in nice on those edges that were exposed, and really comes out really pretty nice. So I recommend both brushing and spraying for Prolux.
Thank you for watching this video on how to use Prolux in a spray or with a brush. I appreciate it. Be sure to like, subscribe, do all those kinds of things. And until next time, bye.